On November 14th, 2014, I received a letter that stated, "Welcome future collaborative improvement advisors. You are among a select group of leaders that have been nominated by your community collaborative to learn and apply the science of improvement toward the betterment of our community." After months and months of training, including an immersive trip to Gettysburg, I became a member of the CIA. I'm Bobby Taylor, and this is the Lakeview Podcast. Now, it's easier for me to say I am one of a few CIA members in Lorain County than to fully explain what a collaborative improvement advisor does. But I can tell you that because of my training, I was able to launch I3 Advisors, partner with the Small Business Development Center, and assist and consult area nonprofits because of the training. During the CIA Professional Development Program, I learned and applied improvement theory and how it applied to the collective impact approach to social services. Our collective impact strategy included the following: that funders and implementers understand that social problems and their solutions arrive from the interaction of many organizations within a larger system, that progress depends on working toward the same goal and measuring the same thing, that large-scale impact depends on increasing cross-sector alignment and learning among many organizations, that corporate and government sectors are essential partners, and that organizations actively coordinate their action and share lessons learned. So as a CIA, it was my mission to provide valuable and needed expertise in understanding systems. The training was intense, time-consuming, detailed, and a lot of times frustrating. But it was also enlightening, empowering, and freeing. The time spent allowed me to further see me and how these skills will allow me to be a better leader and a better follower. In fact, one of my leadership assignments was focused on Steve Jobs. And in my assignment, I wrote, "One day, I was watching the documentary, The Man in the Machine. And my daughter asked, 'What are you watching?' I said, 'A movie about Steve Jobs.' She said, 'The cell phone man?' And I comment with, 'Well, he invented more than just a cell phone. He started Apple.' And to my surprise, my 9-year-old daughter quickly responded by saying, 'Oh yeah, all of the products, right?' 'Yes,' I said. After a few quiet moments, she then asked, 'Why are you watching that?' I said, 'I like watching movies about visionary leaders because I want to be one.' And without any hesitation, Sydney said, 'I thought you already was one.' And from that moment, I knew that if my daughter sees me as a Steve Jobs type visionary leader, then I need to know what that means. In the article, The Real Leadership Lessons of Steve Jobs, author Walter Isaacson writes, "Caring deeply about what customers want is much different from continually asking them what they want. It requires intuition and instinct about desires that have not yet formed. Our task is to read things that are not yet on the page," Jobs explains. And with my role as a visionary, I have to take the same approach. I cannot simply ask the people in South Elyria, "What do you want?" I have to also provide a vision of what this community can have, and in many cases, should have. We have to be pushed beyond our norms and predetermined constraints. We have to look beyond the horizon. Now, Steve Jobs was ahead of his time. Although he lacked compassion and empathy, he attracted his followers with his vision, foresight, and knowledge. It was the respect, and in some cases, love for his knowledge, that was the driving force that helped Steve Jobs lead a revolution. Jobs has taught me to challenge the status quo, both societal and industry norms. We have to use improvement science to tell our story and develop our vision. We have to take Steve Jobs' approach of leading in industry knowledge, but always be looking at what is next in our field. We need to build a product that we would use and that is aesthetically pleasing to us, or in our case, a community that we would live and is beautiful to us. Now, by understanding that a truly great leader should combine strategic and emotional intelligence in their leadership style. Now, I want to be known as the visionary leader that people will want to follow. I hope that my documentary would not be called The Man in the Machine because of a rigid and uncompassionate leadership style. I would want to be remembered as the man in the middle, to reflect my nature and approach to leadership. So I'll ask you, who is the leader that you're following? I'm Bobby Taylor, and you've been listening to the Lakeview Podcast.